Hello everyone, it is Thursday afternoon. That means it's time for another Facebook Live. We're going to play with the Sweet Blooms stamp set. This is part of a whole suite. I'll show you in just a minute. Let me get this shared over to my group, or my page, in case somebody is looking for it there. Always takes me just a minute. All right. If you are new to my Facebook Live, hey Betty. I do this almost every Thursday. Every once in a while I have to postpone it or cancel it if I'm out of town or something. But we make something fun, and then the next week I give it away. So let me get back over to where I was. Okay, here we go. Last week we made the Darling Duckling version of this live, but these are all the new in colors. So we made we made one live, but I showed you all the others. So somebody is going to win their choice of color, and I'll tell you at the end who won this from last week, and then next week we'll give away this card. And I have some other cards using this suite to show you when we're done making this. But this is what I call a mega suite. So the whole suite collection is called Florals in Bloom. Try and tilt this so doesn't have so much glare. But it has 2 bundles, which is why I call it a mega suite. It has these new in color flat pearls, which are beautiful, and this gorgeous designer series paper. And I think there might even be one more page, yeah. So they have lots of samples with this one. This is starts on page 40 of your catalog. So that's what we're playing with today. We will get started. I am using one returning in color, or old in color from the previous year. This is Summer Splash. That's what I'm going to stamp my lovely in. And when it's a big stamp like this, I like to turn it upside down and ink it that way. All right, and then we're just going to stamp this. Doesn't matter if it's straight or not because we're going to die cut it. All right, that's all we're using our Summer Splash for. And then let's set that aside for just a minute. Our little other pieces of sentiment. I just have a little strip of basic white. This is what's left over if I cut out an inside mat. Then I end up with a 1/2 inch strip left over, and so I save those because they are perfect for sentiments. So this is Timid Tiger. So we're going to stamp Have A and also Day. And then we'll just trim those down. All right, set that aside. That is all of our stamping. So I didn't really show you, but this is the stamp set that I got the Lovely and Have A and Day from. And then these are the dies that go with it. So you've got Bloom and Lovely, where you have the word cut out and then a mat for it for both of those. And then these two will die cut, this flower with the leaves and then this little leaf. So we're going to use the, what would be the mat for the word Lovely because we stamped the word. And I will show you, I think I have an example where I just die cut both of the words Bloom. And I'll show you that on one of the other cards I have to show you. Let me set this out of the way. I'm going to move this so I can bring my die cut machine in. And I have my big one because I wasn't sure if this would go through on the small one. So this will be a little bit close for you probably, but All right, and I'm going to grab some Post-it tape. I like to use this if I have a die that I'm trying to cut out something. Just once I get it lined up the way I want it to, then I put this Post-it tape on it, and that will hold it in place while I run it through so it won't slide on me. So let's run this through, and then we can get this machine out of the way. All right. Let me bring this back in. Set those out of the way. All right. So now we have our word cut out for us. There we go. Let me put this away so I don't lose it. All right, and now we're ready to put our card together. So I am using, this is another last year's in color. This is Peach Pie. And then I've got 2 strips of our designer series paper that go this way. Not that it really matters. We're going to put something in the middle. But this is, let me show you this. It is called Florals in Bloom. This 12 by 12 paper. And it has a lot of, like, this is Cloud Cover. This is Strawberry Slush. It has a lot of the new in colors in it. Secret Sea. And some of the dies in the other bundle will cut out some of these flowers, and I'll show you that on a card. There's Darling Duckling in there. It's just beautiful florals, and often, as Stampin' Up! Often does, the other side is not as busy a floral. It's something that you can use for other things. So gorgeous, gorgeous paper. Beautiful colors. Nice, bright and cheery paper. So we're going to take these and just adhere them on here flat. Whoops. And I forgot to mention, but on my blog, shortly after this video, I will put a post up that will have all the dimensions for these papers. So if you want to recreate this card or one similar to it, you will have all the dimensions you need to do that. All right, and then I have a piece of the Timid Tiger, and this I have embossed with the Damask embossing folder. It goes with the Gallery Bloom suite, but I liked it with this too. So let me grab some dimensionals. I put this up on dimensionals. Excuse me, I'm still caught a cold from my husband this time instead of my grandkids. So I'm still getting over that. It's a little bit scratchy throat still. All right, we're just going to put this in the middle here. And let's go ahead and trim these up. You can use your trimmer, but I like to just use my scissors. When it's something this small, I just use my paper snips. But if you're worried about it not being completely straight, looks like that one didn't get stamped completely straight. That's okay. They will still have a lovely day, even if it's not perfectly straight. And I'll save this because I can use it for another. Those are not big enough, but all right. This guy, I'm going to take a little bit of liquid glue. I have to be careful. This is a new thing of liquid glue, so that always is challenging. And I'm not putting it on the very tips because some of that is going to hang over. All right, so we're just going to put this right in the middle here. About like that. So just hold it down for a minute. Just let that liquid glue take hold. And then we have our day. And I'll just put a little bit more towards the top in case it hangs off, like I had it hanging off a little bit. There's our day, and then have a. This time we'll put it more towards the bottom. Whoa. Like I said, it's a new one, so have a. There we go. All right, and then the last step is to add our bling. And I don't know if I just didn't get 3 on this one. I see 2 there. Normally I would have put another one up here, but I don't know if it fell off or if I just didn't get a 3rd one on there. But we will put 3 on this one. I like to use my take your pick tool, either the putty end or this little spatula end. So let's put one here, and then a little one, and then we'll put a medium one up here. There. And that is it. So it uses our Timid Tiger. These are the new flat pearls. I love these. They have some shimmer to them. They're really beautiful. This is my 2nd set I've gone through, and I need to get some more because I do enjoy them. All right, that is it. Again, everybody that comments here on Facebook on this video will be in the drawing to win this card next week. But like I said, last week we made the Darling Duckling one, but we had all these in colors where we used, we did some little watercolor technique to make these thank yous, those pieces. So the winner, and they picked Strawberry Slush as their favorite, is Betty. So Betty, I will get this to you. All right. Now let me show you a few other cards I made with this whole suite. So this was a card I sent as a thank you to everybody that was in my class for this set. I had a product-based class. They got the paper, the dots, and the cloud cover ribbon. So the in color cloud cover ribbon. But this is what I sent them as a thank you card. And then these 4 are the cards we made in class. So this is the one where I just die cut the word and put them together. Now I did back this cloud cover piece with the adhesive sheets, and that just makes it easier to adhere. On the card we just made, we were using the more of the matte one, so it's not quite as skinny as the actual word die cut. There's your Strawberry Slush cloud cover. Then we made this fun fold with the Darling Duckling and the Timid Tiger. We put some Timid Tiger on these little pieces, so that's another little piece there that's die cut. So we added some Timid Tiger ink to those just to make them stand out a little bit more. And there's another one. There's our cloud cover ribbon. And this ribbon has a little bit of a shimmer to it too, a little shine. It's really pretty. And then that was the 4th card we made. Sorry, I may not have been holding these quite right. And this is some embossed paper. It comes embossed like that. It has cloud cover and I think Strawberry Slush and another pink, I believe. And they're different patterns. Now, when we did it in class, we used cloud cover for this layer so that it stood out a little bit more from the background. I liked it better with the, not cloud cover, we use Secret C. This is cloud cover and this is cloud cover. So we use Secret C in class and it stood out a little bit better. All right. So those are some other cards with this set. Again, thank you for joining me today. Somebody will win this card next week, and we'll do something fun again next week. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next week. Bye.